Hey everyone. Today we're going to be showing all the different ways to do a write in OnPing. This video idea was submitted by one of our integrators. If you do need someone to help you get your data into OnPing or a professional to help check your automation out in the field, we do have a whole network of integrators that work with us and are happy to make a recommendation. Just give us an email and we'll take it from there. So let's talk about what you need as a preliminary in order to be able to write data into OnPing. You need a write-enabled parameter. And so I'm just going to show an example of what that looks like by pulling up a write-enabled parameter from our driver here, which is going to be our manual entry driver. And you can tell they're write-enabled because they'll have this little write button next to them. And the first way I want to show you guys how to do a write is right here from the driver page. You can click, change this for instance from a 1.0 to a 2.0, click save, and now the write's successful. Let me go ahead and change it back. Of course, most of the time when you're doing writes, you're doing them from other places. So let's go through all the different places you might be doing a write. To start with, we'll do writes from the HMI. I'll click the wrench to go ahead and go into edit mode. And let's pick the first of the components in HMI that allows you to do writes, which is the indicator. Go ahead and click on that. There are several fields here in the indicator. First we have a title, and I'll go ahead and give our indicator a title, test writes in OnPing. And I can change the width, I can add a unit, I can change the background color. Let's make that background color that. And then I can change the color of the value to black. And of course I can assign a parameter. So I have this little demo set point that I've made. I'm going to go ahead and click on that and then confirm and then go ahead and save that. And now I have my value that I can write to. So let me save changes and then get out of edit mode so I can test the write. So you'll notice that the value changed from a 1 to a 2 there. That's because there's a couple other scripts running against this value that are just changing it. But let me go ahead and click on this little pencil, and this shows you where you can do a write. So notice it says test writes in OnPing demo set point at SCADA data. So that tells you that this test writes is what we're going to write, and it's going to write to demo set point, and then the location is SCADA data. So let me change that to a 1 and click write. So now you can see it successfully wrote the parameter to a 1. And one more thing to show you is that you can also use a number pad to do that. But you got to remember to clear out the number that was there. Then click write. And that changes it to a 3. So this is the first way that you can do writes in OnPing, is with that status indicator. But it's not the only way. So let's go back into edit mode. And let's add another thing that we can use to do writes, which is the table. Go ahead and click on the table. A few of the fields here, you can give the table a name, write example table. Again, a lot of color controls and number of columns controls. I only need one column. And test writes in OnPing. And I'll go ahead and add a cell, and then click on this little wrench and add a parameter into it. Example parameter to edit. Then save. And drag it right next to it. And as you can see, I can't do a write from here yet because I'm still in edit mode. So I've got to get out of edit mode, save changes, click on my little wrench. Now I'm out of edit mode. See how all the little edit features went away? Click on my little pencil here. Change that from a 3 to a 4. Basically the same exact thing. 4. Gotta get into edit mode. Maybe I used a different parameter for this one. Demo set point. So this is demo set point. Okay. And this one here is test writes in OnPing. So example parameter to edit. There we go. Now they match. So let's make sure they still match. 5, right? 5, 5. Okay, great. Now we're cooking. All right, so we have a table, we have a status indicator. Another thing that allows you to do writes is a control button. Control button's a little bit different because you don't put a numeric value in. Instead, you are making a button. So I can click Add Button, and I'll type write 1, and I'll add another button, write 2, and another button, reset. So I'll make a reset value write 1, and then it's going to be active when the value is 5. And then I'll make write 1, I'll make it write a 1. I'll write 2, I'll make it write a 2. And then the active value, whenever the result is a 2, this one will be active. And whenever the result is a 1, this one will be active. Oh, and of course I forgot to assign a parameter. So here's the different values that you have. Again, font size, title color. I don't have a title, so I'll say test writes in OnPing, just like I've been writing everywhere else. Make my width a little bit bigger so it all fits. And then go ahead and add my read parameter in, which is going to be my example parameter to edit. And my write parameter. Notice this can be different. So you can read from one place and write to another. I'm not going to make them different though. I'm going to make them the same. And that is all I need. So let's go ahead and save. Okay, so notice it shows reset is active. So I do want to change the logic a little bit here. I want the one that is active to be the one that is written to. So when it's a 1 value, I want it to be active. And when it's a 2 value, I want it to be active. So I had that a little bit backwards. Let's save and then exit edit mode. All right, so now nothing is active, but all are writable. So first of all, let's reset it. So I'll click reset. You're about to write 1 to example parameter to edit at SCADA data. So I will write. And now this is active. And notice that these got written to a 1. Now, when I write a 2 here, these become a 2. Now I can go back and forth, right? And that's very nice. But sometimes you don't want to have this notification. And if you want to turn that off, you can go wrench, click here, and then write confirmation. You can click there, and save changes. Always be careful with that because now it's just going to write immediately. But pretty neat. Of course, the button controls also have a few other neat functions. I'll go over this real fast. Let me go to wrench here. For instance, you can make the buttons change color depending on their write state. So if I click on this little cardinal here, I can make the active cell color change. And one neat way of doing that is by changing the cell color to black and the text color to black. I'll do that for all of them. Save. And then change this border color to black. Maybe I'll change the title color to white. Save. Almost done. Let's go ahead and change this grid fill to black and black. Save. Now I have buttons that disappear. So you see here, I did it kind of backwards, but you can kind of see the idea. Well, let me fix that. Hold on. So I can make it like this. Write 2 disappears when it's a 2, so I want this backwards. I think that's right. Let's see. Yeah. So now it disappears whenever it's selected. So you can imagine doing something like this. On. Off. And then maybe make the colors a little different here. On. Off. So now to turn it on, you push this button. To turn it off, you push this button. And then of course to reset it, you push that button. That's a nice quick example of the 3 ways to do writes in an HMI. There is one more way to do writes, and that's from a custom table. But let me go to existing custom table here. Go ahead and click on this value that exists. And of course you can trend the value, but you can also do a write from here and change the value there as well. That's all there is to it. Hopefully you found this pretty helpful. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out at info@plowtech.net and we'll get you taken care of. Thank you so much.